In this video, I'd like to do a comparison of the pen and touch functions for the Toshiba Satellite Radius using a stylus accessory in contrast with the Wacom Bamboo Pen and Tablet. I'm going to start with the Toshiba Satellite, and a major difference between the two systems is that the Toshiba only has input for a capacitive stylus, whereas the Wacom uses a digitizing stylus, and the capacitive stylus is a little bit cruder. It's got a much larger tip, about the size of a pencil eraser, whereas the digitizing stylus is more the size of a pen tip. And so we can see that when we type something in this document, I can do some writing, and in order to do that, I need to go over here and start inking. So I can try to write something, and you can see that it does write, and I can choose my colors. But the size of the writing is rather large when you compare it to the size of the text over here, the typing. And if I try to make it too small, right now I'm attempting to write and it doesn't write at all. The other thing is that I am writing now with the pen, but I've got my finger leaning on the glass, and I'm getting writing not only from the pen but also from my finger. And there is no way to disable the touch function while you are using the pen. And so what I'm seeing is that it is possible, with a little bit of care, to write small text, but it really isn't very easy to do that. And so it seems like the inking function is especially good when you want to underline or highlight some text which is already typed, but it's not very easy to handwrite with any kind of refinement. Again, if you take a look at the stylus function here, the pen and touch, there is no option for disabling the touch. So we go over here to touch, and it talks about touch action. We can have the double click function and so on, but there is no disable the touch function. When we go into the settings, we can control the speed and spatial tolerance, but there really, again, isn't any way to make it go off. And so you're continually having to hold your hand above the tablet if you don't want to have double writing with both your hand resting as well as the tip of the stylus. So next, what I want to do is to show you what the pen looks like for the Wacom digitizing tablet. And I pulled up Smooth Draw, which is the software that I like to use for this purpose. I can choose my texture of my writing utensil. In this case, I'm going to choose the felt tip pen, and it's got an enormous brush, so I think that I want to reduce the size of that. I can make it smaller or larger, and I'll pick my color. Let's make it blue. So here you can see I can write in some detail, and my handwriting is rather ugly, but so we can write out a whole expression in a relatively small space. You can also choose different backgrounds. So Khan Academy likes using black, and let's do yellow on black. So there's more math functions here. And I can also pick a background like graph paper. So if I wanted to draw some function, let's pick a good color here. I'll draw it in blue. And if I wanted to draw a parabola going through that, again, you can see the refinement. The other thing is that at this time my hand is resting here, but you can see the tip of the pen, but you don't see where my hand is, and it doesn't interfere at all with the writing. So I would say, for the purpose of making Khan Academy style videos, that the Wacom pen and tablet is far superior to the Toshiba. However, the Toshiba is a standalone computer. The Wacom has to be attached to a computer, and so if your purpose is just to use the pen for highlighting, it's probably more than enough for that purpose.